Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's David Cherry. This is Founder Therapy. And today I want to talk with you about why bringing the right energy to sales meetings and meetings in general is something that is going to make all the difference for you, both in how you feel, but also for the success that you have in selling your skill set, selling your products, hiring somebody, recruiting somebody, whatever the aim of your meeting might be. Now, I've been on some very painful sales calls in my life where the other person was taking up a lot of space. They were pushing a lot of their own agenda, ideas, products, and services, and they weren't really connecting with me as an individual personally on the call, on the meeting. And what people tend to forget when it comes to selling anything, be it themselves to get hired, be it the services that you're trying to offer somebody, or the products or the ideas that you're trying to share, what we often forget is that a lot of why people buy into something is not necessarily rational. We think that the way that we all make decisions is this rational, logical way of thinking about things. But the reality is, life and the way we interact with each other, it's much more emotional. It's much more subconscious. It's a lot less the logic. Now, the logic can come afterward, and to have data or references or slides and details that you can provide somebody afterward, that's important. But what we often forget is one of the first filters that somebody has for buying into an idea or a person or a business is, do I like this person? Do I resonate with what this person is saying? Do I connect with them? And do I feel connected? Do I feel engaged in this conversation? In a way, Hollywood has really figured this out, which is we need to be entertaining. And being entertaining in a business setting doesn't mean making somebody laugh or putting on a show. It means creating an engaging environment. So if you're selling services or you're selling yourself or you're selling a product, can you create an engaging environment for the other person? If you can create an engaging environment for somebody else, that is about 60% of the work. And then it's going to come down to some of the details, and then it's going to come down to some of the logic. So how do we do that? How do we create an engaging environment when we're selling, when we're in meetings, when we're leading a team? It doesn't really matter anytime we're engaging with somebody else. So I wanted to share a few ideas for how to do this. The first thing that we can do is to get connected to what we're actually excited about. I had a client who was hitting a ceiling with a certain sales figure. I believe it was $10,000 or $20,000 per month in their business. And we were looking at, they were having sales conversations, but they weren't really converting that well. And so I asked them a simple question, which is, how excited are you about the clients you're talking with? Have you found a reason to actually truly be excited and feel confident that you want to work with this person, and you could even tell them exactly why you want to work with them? When they changed how they approached the conversation from not really thinking that much beforehand to actually doing some research ahead of time and finding all the reasons there was alignment, finding all the reasons they were excited about working together, that made the difference. Suddenly they went into sales calls knowing, this is why I'm excited about this conversation. So if you're heading into a meeting and you don't genuinely have something that you're feeling excited about, the other person is going to feel that. So make sure to tap into what you're truly excited about. And when you're sitting in the meeting and you're feeling yourself maybe get a little bit bored, you can even start to wonder to yourself, hold on, what's going on? Why am I feeling a little checked out? What would actually connect me back to this meeting? How can I get onto a subject that is a little more exciting for me or is going to bring my own energy to the conversation? That's what this first point is about. Bring your own energy to the conversation in a genuine way. The second thing is to engage the energy of the other person. See, sales, most people completely misunderstand. Most people misunderstand that sales is really about engaging the other person into the process. So it's not something that you're doing to somebody. It's something that you're doing with somebody where the questions you ask, the conversation that you have, engages this person in a new way. So sales works when the person that you're selling to is excited and engaged in the dialogue because they feel that you have something to offer, that you have something to help them. So you want them to be curious. You want them to be engaged. You actually want to speak probably as little as possible. The more that the person you're talking with, when you're selling, is speaking excitedly to you, the better sign it is, because they're now coming to you versus you pushing ideas on them. And so to engage the other person in the conversation, we need to be aware of, when I'm speaking, am I boring this person? Am I losing this person? Are they engaged? You can ask that question. Are you still following me here? Is this interesting to you? Do you want me to even tell you about this, or do you want to talk about something else that you feel is more interesting to you right now? You can even check in. So step 2 is engage the other person in the conversation. Now, step 3 is this is about awareness. So you undoubtedly have some meetings coming up this week. I want you to just start getting aware. How do I feel beforehand? How do I feel during the meeting? How do I feel after the meeting? By bringing awareness to how we're feeling, we can start to understand better what's going on before, during, and after. Are you feeling burnt out after meetings? Are you feeling nervous beforehand? Are you feeling bored during a meeting? That awareness lets you start to show up in a different way. How can I start the meeting in a more positive way? How can I ask more questions instead of speak more? If I'm the one speaking, is this topic something I'm actually really excited about, or is it something that I'm just kind of phoning in because I think the other person is wanting me to say a certain thing? So awareness about how you're feeling and sensing, where is their energy, where is there not, what's engaging to me, what's engaging to the other person. This is the real skill set that you're building for the art of these sales conversations, or the art of sharing ideas. And if you want to build a practice, you want to be somebody that other people feel engaged around. You want to be someone where when you're on the call, everyone else is feeling more alive. Everyone else is feeling more engaged. If you can do that, I promise you will feel better and be more successful in what you sell. You will feel more energized and like your work is going better, and you'll have better results in actually converting people to the ideas that you're hoping to share. So what questions do you have about this topic? What comments, ideas? You can always find me in the comments if you want. You can you can subscribe. I'll be back with more videos like this every single week later.